Happy Independence Day, everyone. I'm Kevin Burke with your evening sports update. So put down that hot dog for just a moment while I bring you up to speed with all of today's local action, as the sports world had fireworks of their very own today. Let's start on the diamond, where the Red Sox were at home taking on the D-Rays in Game 2 of a 3-game set. Now, no Manny, no Kevin Youkilis, or Jason Varitek in the lineup today. All three guys giving the afternoon off, so the bench would have to come up huge. To Fenway we go as we take in some of the pre-game celebrations here. As does Tim Wakefield on the hill today, looking for his 9th win of the year. Gets out of a jam here in the 3rd inning, striking out Greg Norton. 6 in the 3rd, 2 Ks on the day for Wake. Now tied at 1 in the 4th until Jacoby Ellsbury, off the bench, taking Manny's place today, comes through with his first career RBI as David Ortiz scores. Now later in that inning, another bench player, Doug Mirabelli, he would single to right, bringing Mike Lowell homeward, and all the way from first, Ellsbury himself would come around to score, giving Boston the 4-1 lead. Now in the 5th inning, Mike Lowell adds to the lead with this 2-run shot over the monster and left, his 13th of the year, as if to say, hey, you know, I should have been an all-star too. But the D-Rays make it a game, and at 7-5 Boston in the 8th, Manny Del Carmen comes in to stop the bleeding, striking out Dustin Moore to end the threat. And in the 9th, who but Jonathan Papelbon in to shut the door, his 20th save of the year, and despite unlikely heroes today, the Red Sox would hold on to win 7-5. And with the All-Star game just a few days away, most players nursing injuries are looking forward to having a few days to rest and come out strong in the second half. That's apparently not the case for David Ortiz. He probably should sit out the Midsummer Classic to nurse his sore quad muscle, but Big Papi feels a certain obligation to the 2 million fans that voted him in as the AL starting first baseman, and he's actually leaning towards playing for that reason. I know what you're thinking. Nice guy, huh? But let's find out what Red Sox Nation thinks of his decision.
I'd rather see him not play because then we need him for the second half.
I'd like to see him go and take one cut just for the fans who got him there.
I'd rather see him healthy. These guys need the break. I'd rather have him actually heal up so he can come back and play strong for us.
It depends on his reasoning behind why he's not going. If he's not going because he wants the break to rest up for the rest of the second half of the season, then I'm all for it.
And now to the rival Yankees, who came into today's game as losers of 4 of their last 6 and 11.5 behind the Sox in the AL East. The Yankees have not been able to make up any significant ground in the division lately, so they're simply trying to keep pace in the wild card race where Minnesota has a 4-game lead. It just so happens that those Twins were at the stadium today, opening a 3-game set against the Bombers. Oh yeah, and did I mention that today is Yankee owner George Steinbrenner's 77th birthday? So what would the boss want for his big day? A win, of course. Not if second baseman Nick Punto has anything to do with it. You got to see this in slow motion. Bare hand, full extension, gets Melky Cabrera by a step. Tied at 2 in the 7th until Jason Kubel takes Mike Messina's pitch deep to right, but doesn't have enough, just barely. Over the wall and right, his 5th jack of the year, a 2-run shot, putting the Twins up 4-2, and they would actually go up to stay. They would add 2 more in the 9th to top the Yankees 6-2, putting the Yankees 12 games back of Boston in the East and 5 games back of Minnesota in the wild card. Now to the NBA. The Celtics didn't exactly get the #1 pick in the draft, but they still walked away winners on draft night when they traded the rights of #5 pick Jeff Green to Seattle for Ray Allen. Now, this means that Paul Pierce finally gets his wish to be paired with a proven veteran. Now, the only question is, with 2 perennial All-Stars who've been the go-to guys their entire careers, is this going to work? Only time will tell, but for the meantime, Ray Allen will be in Boston tomorrow to meet his new teammates and address the Boston media for the first time. Well, that's your sports update, folks. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kevin Burke. You have yourself a great 4th of July. That would put the Marlins up 7-0. And we know that Dontrelle brought his bat to the park today, but how about his arm? 1 strikeout. That's 2 strikeouts. That's 3. You pretty much get the point. He would go on to strike out 9 Mets in 8 innings, only giving up 3 hits. Still going. 1 more for good measure. Now, tennis fans are finally going to get what they want this weekend. Sunday's men's final will be a rematch of the French Open. Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal, both winners today at the semis at the All English Club. Federer needed only 1 hour and 17 minutes to run through, and I mean run through Jonas Borkman. 6-2, 6-love, and 6-2 for straight sets. Federer is playing in his 5th straight Grand Slam, and he hasn't even lost a set on grass at Wimbledon. How about that? So who's he going to be playing? You guessed it, Rafael Nadal. He beats Marcus Baghdatis in his 3 sets to reach his first Wimbledon final. On the golf, round 2 of the Western Open, and Tiger Woods will be playing tomorrow night. Why? Well, he shot a 67 today. Vijay Singh, not to be outdone, after shooting back-to-back rounds of 67, has his nice birdie right here on 7. There you go, to save par. Good job for VJ right there. And your leader will be Daniel Chopra. He fired a 66 today. He's 10 under on 18 here. His third shot from the bunker gets it to drop. He's the leader heading into the weekend, again at 66 under.